Good morning, good morning, good morning. I can see Neil Clement. You're welcome. Neil Clement, are you trading? Are you trading? Let's talk. Let's talk. Let me share my screen. I've not been live. I've not been consistent with live this week. This week was really challenging technically. Not technical analysis. Like I was busy with a lot of things and I was working on something. Yeah, I'm working to get my things right, of which I have a lot to say to you guys. But nevertheless, last week, and this week has been a profitable week. Though it's not a big week whereby that someone can make huge percentage, but I've already made 2% this week already. So it's not really a big week, but it's actually a profitable week for me. Today is Friday. I took Euro USD sell and GBP USD sell yesterday. There was a sell that happened yesterday before price went up. I took the sell and I was able to close. Not I was actually expecting more sells, but the market did not give me that opportunity. I have to close what the market gave me. So I want you guys to share with me, your trades for this week. Neri Clement, I want you to tell me, are you a trader? Talk to me. You're welcome. What have you been looking at? How have the market treating you? DXY has been doing one, it has been funny. But the question is, are we bearish or bullish? Well, that's a question right now. For me, the way I will answer that question is I will stay on the sideline because the market is bullish, but we are at a resistance. There's a resistance right there. There's a resistance here. All of this area is a resistance area. So let's see what the market has to offer us by paying attention on what is going on the 4 hours and also on other time frame. And there is something I discovered last week that I want to share with you guys, and that is, whatever your trading strategy is, I think this thing really helped me. I did a research on it and I saw that it's really helpful. What am I talking about? If you're a trader and you focus on a higher time frame, like for example, I'm using myself as an example. I do focus on higher time frame. I have trained myself with higher time frame structures, and guess what happens? Because I have trained myself with higher time frame structures, I will now always wait for the market to come to my higher time frame, of which sometimes the market will come and sometimes the market will not come. Like if I'm focusing on a higher time frame, if for the market to come to where I want to take trades, it would maybe in a month the market will come there like 5 or 6 times, like in a whole month. And I see myself missing moves. Like the market has been doing a lot of things, and it's not that I'm that busy whereby that I cannot look at the market on a daily basis or map out lower structures. Until I had a discussion with a friend yesterday. Thank you for a friend of mine. He opened my eyes. He said that he visited. He said that whatever I'm looking on the higher time frame, whatever pattern I'm looking at the higher time frame to form before I take my buy trade or sell trade, that same pattern also occurs in the lower time frame. But he now says something that is powerful. He says that the only thing is that lower time frame might not be stronger than the higher time frame. Now, he now says something that in trading, you don't need to be right 100%. If you are right 50% of the time, you're going to make money. And when he said that, it was like a light bulb in my mind, because one thing I've discovered in trading is so personal, whereby that you can't really imitate people. Like if you want to imitate somebody 100%, it will be difficult for you. You just have to find your own spot, what works for you, what resonates with you, what's like your pattern. It can be anything. It can be 1 minute time frame, whatever. But are you comfortable with what you're doing? If you're comfortable with what you're doing and it's giving you result, I think it's going to help you. Now, when my friend said that, I decided to go to the chart and see what is happening in the chart, and exactly what he said happened. Now, what am I saying? Whatever you're looking at the higher time frame, it's always on the lower time frame. Now we can argue that what the higher time frame is not is stronger than the lower time frame, but sometimes even if you're the setup you are waiting for the if you're waiting on the higher time frame might happen, and you still the market will not even respect that particular area, whether you're looking for buy or to sell. It could be a change, a massive trend change. Now, because I see myself missing out of big moves. Now, let me show you something what I'm talking about. I used to miss big moves a lot. Like these big moves usually happens and I'm waiting. Like I'm kind of like I'll tell myself I need to wait for struck, because I want 4 hours to align. And before you know what's happening, big move has happened. Okay, look at these big moves. Look at this big move right here. Honestly, my trading setup occurred here on the 45 minutes time frame. I take trade on a 45 minutes time frame. Now, my trading setup occurred here. Guess what? I did not take it. Not that I don't want to take it, because I already focused my attention on 4 hours, always looking for 4 hour structures. And guess what happens? The market always have its big moves. All I need to do is, follow the same plan I have in my trading, knowing when to buy and when not to buy. All of these things can help me. Now, again, this is actually a huge opportunity. I really mix all of these big moves here. But the friend of mine that visited me opened my eyes to understand these things, and I want to share it with everyone. Please, I don't know, some of you like to trade lower time frame, but if you have not mastered higher time frame patterns very well, it might be very difficult. You might be taking trades from anywhere. I took a buy on these. You can see my buy trade on this trade. Normally on the 4 hours, I wouldn't have taken this trade, but I saw this my entry pattern on the 45 minutes. I took it. That was early this week, and I was able to make. I made 50 pips. In as much as it's 50 pips, it's not too big, but if you accumulate 50 pips a lot of times, it's a lot of money. And I took a sell right here. That was around 50 pips. It was total of 100 pips. You see the way, following lower time frame structures and understanding what is happening on lower time frame, you can be taking short-term moves. You can be taking short-term moves. I'm beginning to understand some certain things right now, a lot. As a day trader, if you have all the time, I'm not saying you should be trading every day. Just know your setup, know what you're looking for. Do not just jump in. Like, for example, the way this market is going up, you just click on buy. Those things are, bad behavior. But if you know what you're looking for, whether you're looking for a retracement, whatever you're looking for as a trader, just look for those things, know your setup, and keep on trading on that direction. Keep on taking trades until you are wrong. Let me show you something. Let's take this drop on the 45 minutes time frame. It provided me a lot of entry opportunity based on my entry strategy. But because I was focusing on higher time frame, those big moves keep on happening. And guess what happens? I keep missing them. And again, I also I saw my mistake, and I just tell myself I need to work on it and change some of the things I used to do. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I am seeing my entries, like the way I'm seeing my entries now. It's crazy. It's crazy. It will even make me to have a tighter stop loss. Let me show you. You can see this drop. This is a drop. This is a retracement. This is a drop. This is my first entry. This is where my entry is. Now, this could have been where I will enter this trade and ride it all the way down. Now, let's check how many percent I could have made if I took this trade. This was a very big win. But because I was focusing on higher time frame, this win, I missed it. So put my my stop loss 20 pips. I like to use 20, 25 pips. Around that level. So let's check how many percent I was able to make in this trade. From here to that low, I'll definitely hold it. This is over 8%, 9%. This is crazy. When I saw this, it blew my mind. I was like, wow. Like, I had a discussion with this, my friend, and it's really what he said opened my eyes. So, guys, I'm going to be giving a lot of signals right now. Not a lot of signal, but I'm going to be giving you guys signals. 4 hour time frame. I also going to. It's not that I'm not focusing on higher time frame movement. Yeah, I'm focusing on higher time frame movement. All I need to do is map out my structures, my levels of support and resistance, the trend, and all of these things. I need to know all those things on the higher time frame. Then I go on a lower time frame and ask myself what is actually happening on on the lower time frame. The lower time frame I'm going is not that I'm creating a new lower time frame. It's just that the same lower time frame I used to take trades, which is 45 minutes. Now ask myself, what is the trend on the 45 minutes? Because it's crazy to see how people miss opportunity. Like, for example, this bullish movement that happened before this bearish movement, this is I knew that the market was bullish in this bullish movement, but my setup did not occur on 4 hours. That was how I missed this opportunity. Now, if I were to take this trade, knowing fully well that the market is bullish, this could be my entry. Somewhere around here could be my entry. Now, if my entry, I have my entry here, my stop loss below. All I need to do is to have a tighter stop loss. If it doesn't work, fine. My entry here, and I target this high, Guess what happened, guys? This is another 8%. So when I saw this, it was like a light bulb that opened up. I was like, wow. So this is how I've been missing opportunities all these while trading. So guys, if you are always focusing on the higher time frame, if you have mastered, now some of you have not mastered higher time frame structures. If you try to do this, it might not work. But if you master higher time frame patterns, the patterns that used to work well on the higher time frame, if we bring it to the lower time frame, you're going to have a better win rate. Neri, you are the only one listening to me right now. I believe you are getting what I'm saying. Are you getting value from what I'm saying? I just want you to talk to me. You're the only one right here. I think I need to do a masterclass for you guys. I don't know if it's going to be on YouTube here or should do it privately, or maybe do it on Google Meet and upload it later. What I just saw now, it's a light bulb opening in my mind, and I'm going to be working on it. And I also want each and every one of you to work on it. If you're watching this video live or you're watching it recorded, I just want you to learn from this. What I just shared with you now is huge. You might not understand what I said, but I can tell you this thing can actually make you a lot of money if you know how to follow trend, and market structures. Market structure is also very, very important. When you are doing this, market structure is really, really important. Following the trend. I'm not trading against the trend, but I'm following the trend. You can see yesterday, I took a sell yesterday, in as much as I was expecting the sell to come here, but look at the market did not give it to me. But that is what my 4 hours higher time frame is saying. But guess what? That is not what the market is saying, because whatever that happens in the market, whether we're about to go to the upside or to the downside, it all starts from the lower time frame, and the build up starts from the lower time frame. Now it starts from the lower time frame and build all the way up. Now this is a trade I am currently. I didn't take this trade, but I saw it last night. I said, okay, let me try to see if it works. I just put my all this what's it called? What's this thing called again? My risk to reward ratio. Yeah, I put it here. This is where I entered. You can see my stop loss is one of the things I love about what I'm doing now, it makes my stop loss even more tighter. I can leave a bad trade very fast. I can stay in a good trade. So not to allow a bad trade to accumulate to more bigger losses. It doesn't really make sense. So looking at this, the market is turning bullish, as you can see. In as much as the higher time frame trend is showing bearish. For example, weekly can be showing bearish, daily can be showing bearish, but we need to understand the fractal nature of the market, whereby that whatever market does the same thing in different time frame. So you can see what is happening right now. A bullish sentiment is happening. As you can see, the market is pushing up right away. So, and this is my target. If this thing gets to my target, it is what it is. That's 5%. I could have made, if I have taken this trade, I would have been making somewhere around 14 pips right now. AUD USD is not really is not a volatile pair. It's not that volatile pair. And I love what I'm seeing here and what I'm learning from what I'm doing, because it's actually building something in me which is called patience, whereby that if that thing does not happen on 45 minutes, like it has to be, it makes me to now have a rule-based strategy whereby that I will not compromise anything, because sometimes on the 4 hours, for me not to miss trend, I do compromise sometimes, and that really makes me to take loss. But this time around, now I know that I'm taking my entries on 45 minutes. I am not compromising anything. It has to meet my criteria 100%, not 90, 100% before I take my trade. So, some people can be, if you draw a resistance line, you start selling. No, you don't. You need to understand trend of the market. If you understand trend of the market, know whether the internal structure have changed. If internal structure changes, that is when you can be selling. Not that the market is doing pullback and you are selling. No. So that is just what I'm looking at. So looking at the way this market is going, I think GBP, JPY is still going up. I just love the way I'm trading right now, the way I'm looking at chart to know what is happening on lower time frame, because lower time frame carries information, whether we like it or not. It carries information that can help us. Yeah, AUD, USD, Euro AUD, I'm expecting a sell. As you can see, we have massively dropped to the downside. It makes sense to wait for retracement, a good clear retracement, for us to take a sell. It makes sense that to look for sell right now. Because we're in a resistance. We're in a resistance. It makes sense for us to look for sell to see if the market will continue selling. The market may continue selling, and market may not continue to sell. So anything can happen. All we need to do is just to make sure that we act at our own best interest. So that's just what I'm seeing right now. Looking at the 45 minutes time frame, the structure I'm seeing is turning bearish, but let's see what happens. But I'm not entering sell. No, I need to see a retracement, and not just a retracement. I need to see a retracement, and once I see that retracement, I see the market closing in the direction I want to take a trade. That's when I'll be considering taking that trade. If that did not happen, I'm not interested. That I think that makes sense. It's actually helped me to build a lot of patience and waiting. Looking at dollar is still very strong. Dollar is still very strong, but I'm waiting for dollar to come to this low to make my decisions. I'm just staying out. I'm not trading for now until I see my clear setup. My setup must be very clear. It's not that something happened. It has to be very clear, very very clear. Like I need to be seeing this setup like daylight before I take action. Awesome. Okay. And what I just tried, I saw a lot of results, and I've done a lot of back testing. It's helping me to build my confidence, and I'm going to rely on that, focusing on that extensively to be able to improve more on that. And if I improve more on that, I strongly believe I'm going to have a superb 2024. It's not just about making lower percentage. I think I'm even going to make more higher percentage. Not that I'm going to be very greedy or start risking too much. My risk is to be the same, but I know that I'm going to make more money. I don't know if you guys see what is really going on in the prop firm industry. There's a particular prop firm called True Forex Funds. They just go down. Another prop firm, Funded Engineer, they just had issue with what's it called, meta quotes. They actually restricted their license. A lot is really going on in the prop firm industry right now, but I don't really like what is happening, because why? Funded Engineer, I don't really like what is happening, because that Funded Engineer, I have an account with them. I don't know why all these things are happening to me. but it is what it is. Look at what they said yesterday. Well, I'm very hopeful. Let's see. This is the prop firm. I think they might come back. Funded engineer. Okay, let me read the first tweet post. Let me read the first one. The one I saw that I was like, what is really going on? They're having issue with some regulation. Not that the prop firm decided to run. No, they're having issue with some, companies, which is FPFS. These are the company that I think they create their system or something. Look, at least this is what they said. They said, hello everyone. Thank you for your patience with us during this troublesome time. As you know, we are already working with our own technology. Okay. Oh, I now understand. So they are working on their own stuff. We're already working on our own technology. And at the end of our contract with FPFX, I now get. When you are in business with somebody, you want to now break away. That person that you're in business with will be like, okay, you want to leave me now. They would like to shake you a little bit, and this is what really happened. And you can see their contracts with FPFX was actually going down before the FPFX now disabled trading on their platform. That was actually what happened. You can see what they wrote. Our technology for funded engineer was not quite ready. We were putting the final touches on it. We'll be ready with it in approximately 1 week's time. In the meantime, as there is no means for us to analyze trading accounts and their rules, we unfortunately have to close all existing trade and disable trading. Perceiving the account status as is, we will be making sure we make this up to our existing customers as we get you back on a new dashboard. As we truly appreciate your support and patience, this matters. We will keep communication lines open and continuously update everyone as more information becomes available. Once again, thank you for your support, patience, and kindness. And finally, we have requested a list of the pending of payouts from FPFX so we can pay them. Once we have that list payout, we will go to we'll pay everyone. This is what is happening. There's a company called FPFX. So what this company usually do is to provide trade profit companies dashboard, like everything you need to run a profit, like the softwares, like all the automation, whereby that you are the 5% daily drawdown, the 10% overall drawdown, 8% target, all of those things that this company called FPFX is in charge of. They are the one doing all these things. So when funded engineer want to have their own infrastructure, you see what happened? When they want to have their own infrastructure, this FPFX now shut down activity, they shut down their own profit activity. So that is what happened here. And there was also another good news here that they sent out yesterday. Look at what they said. Hello, everyone. Thank you again for your patience and understanding. We have been working diligently to get things up and running as fast as possible. Currently, we are on a schedule to be sorted by next Tuesday next week, Wednesday after testing. Pending any significant disaster, we should be within our original week-long prediction on how long it will take. During this process, you might see some strange things as we migrate the database. Please ignore them. Once we are back and operating live, should anything be out of place, we'll rectify it. We also have a surprise when things are sorted, which is something positive to give to the community. We are looking forward to provide to you just how far we have come with our new robust infrastructure and ability to fully customize it and push forward with advances going forward. You can see that they have a lot of things they are working on, but FPFX have actually cramped on them. So this is what is happening in the profit industry, how a lot of things can happen. But we just have to be safe out there. I'm still going to trade profit with all this thing that is happening. I'm not saying that I'm not going to trade. No, I'm still going to trade profit. Just need that things can happen. It is what it is. We'll move on. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I think this is the end of our class this morning. Thank you, Neri Clements. You're welcome. Thank you for staying through, and see everyone next time. That is next week, Monday. We'll start all over again. Talk to you later, and have a great trading day.